Water, it's the universal solvent. You can wash your bike in it, but you can also ruin your bike with it. But we're not gonna, because we're gonna watch this video. And soap, what are you using for soap? $15 a bottle soap? No, you're not gonna do that anymore, because you're gonna watch this video and pick up on some tips that I give you. So stay tuned and let's check this out. Alright, so welcome back. What we're going to do today, wash my bike. You've seen me out lately. This thing's thoroughly muddy. So we want to keep our bikes clean, keep everything operating properly. So I got some tips, saving some money on these tips. So that'd be nice. So we're going to start off, I got some Max Power car wash. This is from Turtle Wax. This is just what I have. You can buy other brands. I would steer clear of the ones like possibly like Zip Wax, where it might have some sort of a wax in it, because you are going to be washing your brakes. You don't want to get any type of a wax residue or any type of residue on your rotors. So this is advertised Just Clean. This is the $1 bottle of LA's Awesome from the dollar store. It was emptied, so I'm repurposing the bottle, which is always a good thing to do. And I'm going to use car wash, which you can pick up for $5–6 for a half gallon to a gallon of it. So put this aside, we'll get going. So you also want some sort of a rag, something microfiber, or something that's got the little fingers like this, little microfiber fingers, because it's going to trap and encapsulate basically into the fibers any dirt and grit that you have on the bike, and not allow it to scratch it. Like as if you were to use a sponge, you run the sponge across it, and that's going to just drag everything. The sponge isn't going to pick up anything and hold it inside it. It's going to drag it right across the paint, and over time it'll dull it. It might do it right away if you have good enough little pieces of grit on there. So you want to use something like this, and first off, you want to rinse it down. You want to rinse it down really well. So we have it here on my stand. I have it clamped in by the seat post. You could also hook the seat post over the stand like that. But this allows a lot of maneuverability. I can get to everything on the bike. I can wash everything on the bike. I can spin the pedals on the bike if I. Now you really got to get some of the mud wet ahead of time. Kind of let the water soak back in if it's already dried off, which this has. It's sat dry for a few days. So you let it kind of sit, and you got to do this. Just kind of give the bike a good dousing of water. Now you'll see I'm not using a straight stream or a lot of high pressure. Use a straight stream with a lot of high pressure. What you can do is you can get water into your bearings, into your pivot points, areas you don't want to, and you can also force grit into those areas as well. So while you're trying to rinse off the dirt, you're actually forcing the grit and dirt into your bearings, maybe past the seals or just whatever's there to help contain the grease. Plus you can also wash some of the grease out while you're doing it. And that's just counterproductive. We don't want to do that. If you have a good enough stand, once you have the frame cleaned, you can clamp it there, because you don't want to clamp the frame while you have it gritty and dirty, because you're going to grind that right into the paint. Or if you have a carbon fiber frame, you definitely don't want to do that anyway. But this is aluminum, so we can clamp the frame. We can actually flip the bike over and make sure we cleaned everything underneath as well. So what we could do now, take our little cleaning pad, start spraying it up with our car wash concoction. Now I did mix this about 3-to-1, so it's heavy on the soap. So I don't have to go so crazy. The bike's already wet, so that's going to dilute it a little bit too. So that's why I tend to not dilute things as much when I mix them up. And you just kind of want to spray down everything. And as you do this, you can go through and you can start wiping scrubbing away. You don't have to press hard, just run this over. They sell these in mitts too. I have a mitt right here I have to show you. They're bigger. You can see the fibers on them a little better. And you just slip your hand in there. And they work nice. You got on the rim. You get in there between your spokes. Right down your spokes. There are some products out there that claim spray on, rinse off, and I've never really had much luck with them. So maybe you have. If you have, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be glad to take your advice, pick some up and give it a whirl, maybe even do another video on it. We could do a review here and get it out to everybody else and see how the product works. Something like this. So you know, clean bike's a happy bike, right? All little nooks and crannies we can. Make sure we get that bottom tube really good. Especially if you have a tailgate pad for a truck, you want to make sure that bottom is clean. So you're not scratching up the frame at all. In case you don't have any type of a product on there to protect it, Visiframe, or anything like that. Put an arc jammed in there from my last crash. Saw that video. If not, you don't know what you're missing. Didn't look like a whole lot, but man, I still got the welt on my leg front, big old bruise. Changed out my end caps recently. Got the USA flag from Red Monkey Sports. Got those on there. You don't want the soap to dry on there, it'll leave streaks. But it's relatively cold out today. It's about 40 degrees. So once you got her soaked up pretty good, you can go and rinse it on down. Have my brush from my dollar store video. You can spray that up a little bit. Put some of the soap on there. Little nooks and crannies that you couldn't get before. Just getting back to being pretty again. All for maybe 50 cents worth of car soap, dollar store brush, and dollar store wash rag, really. So for, I don't know, less than $5, totally invested. I can wash my bike, and then maybe 50 cents for a clip after that. That's not bad. I'm going to spray this up in the set here. My derailleur sprockets. And I can get right in there with this brush and just kind of lightly go over it. I don't want to scrub too hard. Go lightly knock down any of the dirt and grit that's built up over the rods. I could just, if your chain's been properly maintained, you can just lightly run the brush over the chain. Again, just knocks off some of the grit and the dirt and rinse it off. Same thing with your sprocket. You don't need to lube the chain every time you ride, because you can over-lube it. At that point, you're really just wasting product. And you're not doing the bike any benefit. It's going to build up on the chain, it's going to build up on all the components. So there we go, she's all clean and beautiful. I've used maybe not quite a third of the bottle. So it's not bad. Get 3-4 car washes or bike washes out of this. Pennies to wash your bike instead of spending $15 to get a spray bottle full of bike wash. So next I'm going to want to dry it. You can dry it with a chamois or some sort of a microfiber cloth. You can use a leaf blower or some sort of electric blower. They make electric car dryers now. You can find them at discount auto parts stores or tool stores for $20 to $30. That's not a bad idea because you can then clean your car, you know, dry your car with it. You can dry your bike with it. That's just going to knock all that water off so the bike dries nice and clean so you don't have streaks or water spots on it. So there you go. I hope the tips saved you some money in the future and get a cleaner bike because of it. Enjoy.